Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about DID. I was diagnosed with DID a few months ago, but it has been suspected that I have DID for longer than that. And some of my parts are really old, and some of them are newer. It's a little hard to talk about, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Um, but yeah, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. So I have 7 parts, including myself. And I just kind of wanted to tell you about each part. Sorry, instead of alters, I call them parts. It's because one of the ways that I found out that I have DID is from internal family systems work. And in that modality of therapy, you call your alters parts instead of alters. So one way that I have just started indicating what part is fronting is by wearing a little bow on my wrist. I have this key ring that has, well, it's actually a binder clip, I think, that has all of the different colors that represent my parts. These are all of my alters' favorite colors. So I'll just go through each one and tell you a little bit about it. The white one is me, Jessica, in the current year it is, so 2022. No, 2023. Jessica 2023. That's me. That's the person I was born as. I'm 29 years old, and that's the person who mostly fronts. So I'm just going to put that to the side, and then we'll go in order of age after that. So red is the color that represents Mama Shakti. She is one of my protector parts. She is 60 years old. She is like the mother figure that I always wish like I could have had. She's kind of like a divine mother figure, and she looks out after Jessica and after the little parts. But mostly she looks after me, Jessica. After that, we have Miss Honey. Miss Honey is represented by yellow. Miss Honey is co-conscious a lot of the time with me. She is the co-host. Jessica is the host, and Miss Honey is the co-host. She is 33 years old, and she is based off the character Miss Honey from Matilda. She is the protector of the littles, and she also fronts for me in social situations where I may not know people and I feel like I have to act neurotypical. Next are the child alters. I'll start with the middles and then I'll do the littles. Black is for my alter Sparrow. She is a persecutor. She is kind of like this badass 16-year-old who dresses like she's goth, and she kind of wants to hurt our system. She is the one who is usually responsible for self-harm, eating disorders, and any suicide attempts we have had in the past. She is also the one who sometimes can destroy property or have urges to engage in things like stealing and things like that. She is a very angry alter, but she's just trying to protect us from the abuse. She feels that she would rather abuse the system than the abusers would. So that is Sparrow. My other middle is Nothing, but she also says that her name is Nina. She is a 12-year-old girl. She is really shy. She doesn't come out much, but when she does, she's really quiet and shy, as her name Nothing would suggest. She has a very low self-esteem, and she feels like she is nothing to the world. One thing that she really likes is summer camp. That's where she feels the safest. So she thinks a lot about summer camp and camping and being out in nature. Okay, now for the three littles. The oldest of the three littles is Jessie Bear. If you've been on my channel for a while, you might have met Jessie Bear. She is a 6-year-old. She is like a magical child. She loves fairies especially, and she is just a really fun child who likes to play with toys, and she is pretty carefree. She loves pink. The next one is my newest altar. Her name is Paper, but Paper's name is also Violet. Miss Honey refers to Paper as her name, Violet, but Paper refers to herself as Paper. So she is this light purple color. She is 3 years old. She is the protector of Lulu Bell, who is a 2-year-old in our system. And she either is really sad for Lulu, or she's very stoic and just likes to play. She often wants to know where her mommy is. That's something she'll often say. The last part of my system is Lulu Bell. She is represented by a pink bow, and she is a very sad child. She holds a lot of trauma. She's 2 years old. She is very much still a baby, and when she comes out, she often is just crying and also asking for her mommy. She doesn't talk very well. So those are the parts indicators that I'm using now. I'm just going to put them back on my binder clip here so that I don't lose them. I will switch them out as the day goes on depending on who's fronting, but that is something that I'm trying to just bring more awareness about to myself, is who's fronting at the time. My first ever altar indicator was this lanyard, which has bracelets that represent some of my parts and corresponding pictures of what I think my parts might look like. Now, these are probably random. These are like random people I found off the internet, but some of them are actors and actresses, and I don't mean to plagiarize. There's no one out there that looks exactly like my altars. It would be like trying to find your twin somewhere. You would never find them if you aren't a twin, but I thought I would show you these. These are older. So these snake bracelets represent Mama Shakti. It's kind of hard to tell. This little heart bracelet represents Lulu Bell. This black and white mushroom bracelet represents Sparrow. This butterfly bracelet represents Jessie Bear. And this necklace is a roll doll portrait of Miss Honey from the book Matilda. So that's what indicates her. There's nothing for nothing because, and there's nothing for paper because these were made before paper and nothing were part of our system. So here's a picture of how we kind of picture the 33-year-old altar Miss Honey, and as you can see, it's a picture of Miss Honey from the book Matilda. I mean the movie Matilda. This is a painting of kind of loosely what we know Mama Shakti looks like. There's a bit of a glare. This is Jessie Bear, or a representation of what we think Jessie Bear looks like. This is a loose representation of what we know nothing looks like. So I guess I did add nothing to the cards, just not to the bracelets. And this is a loose representation of what we pictured Lulu Bell to look like. And last but not least, this is a loose representation of what we know that Sparrow looks like. As you can see, it's Winona Ryder in Girl Interrupted. So those are my altars or my parts. And another way that we have to show who's fronting besides the bow system is these telephone cord hair ties. The only thing that's different is there is no hot pink one. So for Jessie Bear, I also use orange to represent her. So clear is also how I represent myself, Jessica. So that's for Jessica. This reddish one is for Mama Shakti. This black one is for Sparrow. This yellow one is for Miss Honey. This green one is for Nina or Nothing. This purple one is for Violet or Paper. This pink one is for Lulu Bell, and this orange one is for Jessie Bear, and we could just wear them on our wrists. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions about DID and my experience, I'd love to answer, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.